Aaron adjusted his backpack as he stepped carefully over the thick roots that tangled across the jungle floor. The air was warm and heavy with the scent of wet earth and blooming flowers. Birds called to each other through the dense canopy, and every so often, a monkey swung overhead, chattering loudly. This jungle had not seen many visitors in centuries, and Aaron felt a thrill run through him. Somewhere ahead, hidden beneath vines and moss, was the Mayan temple of the sun god. Legends said it held a chamber no human had entered for 1,000 years. Aaron's small team followed him closely. There was Luma, the linguist who could read ancient scripts, Tamash, the photographer who loved capturing every moment, and Nira, a geologist who examined rocks and soil with almost magical attention to detail. Together, they had crossed rivers, climbed rocky slopes, and hacked through thick undergrowth to reach this place. Every step felt like entering a story that had been waiting for them for centuries. The temple finally appeared between the trees. Its stone walls were dark and covered with vines that wrapped around carved figures of humans and gods. Sunlight broke through openings in the canopy and reflected faintly on some of the carvings, giving them a golden shimmer. Aaron stopped for a moment, feeling the weight of history pressing down on him. The temple was not just old, it was alive in a way. Every line on the stone seemed to tell a story, and every shadow seemed to move as if it had a mind of its own. "Look at this," Luma said, pointing to a wall near the entrance. Symbols were etched deep into the stone. Some were clearly Mayan hieroglyphs, but others were strange. They did not match any language Luma had studied before. Lines and circles formed patterns that reminded Aaron of constellations. "These might be instructions," she said, her voice almost a whisper. "Or maybe a warning." Aaron crouched to examine the carvings. The pattern seemed to shift as he moved, as though the light itself was playing a part in the design. He felt a strange pull, a feeling that something important was waiting inside. He brushed away moss and dirt to reveal more of the carvings. Small cracks in the stone let sunlight pass through at precise angles, lighting up certain symbols. It was as if the temple had been built to interact with the sun itself. "We should be careful," Nira said. She tapped the ground with her boot, testing the soil. "Old places like this can be dangerous. Not just the jungle, but the structure itself. We don't know what could be inside." Aaron nodded. "I know, but think about it. A hidden chamber, sealed for centuries, possibly holding knowledge that no one has seen in 1,000 years. This is what we've trained for." His eyes scanned the temple's front wall. A massive stone door, larger than any of them had ever seen, blocked the entrance. Its surface was covered with carvings of the sun god. The god's face glowed faintly in the sunlight, eyes carved to catch and reflect the rays in golden beams. Tamash stepped closer, his camera ready. "This is incredible. The detail is perfect. You can almost feel the people who made it were here yesterday, not 1,000 years ago." Aaron smiled, but his mind was already focused on the puzzle ahead. The carvings on the door seemed to form a pattern, something mechanical in nature. He traced a finger over a circular symbol. It was smooth, as if it could be pressed. He pressed gently, and the sound of stone grinding echoed through the jungle. The door did not move, but a section of the carvings shifted slightly. "That's it," Aaron said, excitement rising. "This is not just a door. It's a lock. We need to figure out the pattern." Luma knelt beside him, examining the symbols with a careful eye. "I think the positions of the sun at certain times of the year are important. These symbols match the solstices and equinoxes." Aaron looked at the sun, high in the sky. "Then we may have to wait for the right light to hit the door perfectly. Or maybe the angles of the sunlight at different times reveal the next step." The team worked together, moving small mirrors and stones to reflect sunlight onto the carvings. They adjusted their positions again and again. Hours passed, but Aaron did not feel tired. Each time the sunlight illuminated a symbol, he felt closer to unlocking the temple's secret. As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the jungle floor, a faint hum filled the air. The sound was low and vibrating, as if it came from the temple itself. The ground under Aaron's feet seemed to pulse slightly. He froze and looked at his team. Their faces mirrored his awe and fear. "What is that?" Tomash whispered. Aaron shook his head. "I don't know yet. But we are close. The temple is responding. We just need to be patient." The sun lowered further, and one final beam struck the carvings just right. A deep rumble echoed through the jungle. The massive stone door shifted slightly, enough to reveal a dark crack of shadow beyond. Aaron took a deep breath and smiled. The hidden chamber of the sun god might finally be within reach. He turned to his team. "Get ready. This is what we came for." And with that, they stepped forward together, into the mysteries that awaited them inside the ancient temple. The chamber beyond the stone door was darker than the jungle outside. The sunlight from the opening barely reached the floor, leaving long shadows that seemed to stretch and move. Aaron held his hand out in front of him, feeling the rough stone walls. The air smelled cool and ancient, mixed with the faint scent of dust and moss. Every sound they made echoed softly, like the temple itself was listening. Luma stepped carefully, her eyes scanning the walls for inscriptions. "Look at these," she whispered. The walls were carved with figures that looked human, but their eyes and movements seemed unusual, almost as if they were alive. Each figure held something in its hands, tools, stars, or strange objects that Aaron had never seen before. Luma ran her fingers gently over one of the carvings, and it glowed faintly under her touch. "What is it?" Tomash asked, raising his camera. He tried to capture the glowing figures, but the light on the lens was strange, almost as if the carvings resisted being recorded. Aaron moved closer to the center of the chamber. In the middle stood a large stone pedestal with symbols carved into it. Resting on top was a round orb that pulsed faintly with golden light. Aaron felt a strange warmth coming from it, not heat exactly, but a sense of energy that made his skin tingle. He reached out, hesitant, and touched the orb. A soft vibration ran through his fingers. Light from the orb spread across the walls, illuminating patterns they had not seen before. Some looked like maps of stars, others like diagrams of machines. The team crowded around, marveling at the discovery. "This isn't just a temple," Nira said, her voice trembling slightly. "It's some kind of knowledge center. Maybe the Mayans were taught by someone, or something much more advanced than us." Aaron studied the glowing maps. These patterns match the stars above the jungle. They're constellations, but arranged differently. It's almost like a guide, a map for travelers. He glanced at the others. "Or maybe it's a test. Something we need to understand before we go further." The room shivered faintly. A soft hum filled the air again, louder this time. From the shadows at the far end of the chamber, a figure began to emerge. It moved with slow precision, its shape tall and slender. It was not human, and yet it was not frightening. Its skin seemed to shimmer in the dim light, reflecting colors from the orb. The team froze. Aaron stepped forward cautiously. "We mean no harm," he said. The figure paused, its head tilting slightly, as if studying him. It moved closer, light patterns running across its body. Aaron noticed the patterns seemed to respond to the emotions of the humans, glowing brighter when the team spoke calmly, dimming when they moved too quickly. Luma whispered, "It's a guardian. The temple's protector." The figure stopped near the orb and extended a hand. Light formed between its fingers, showing images in the air, humans exploring, building, learning. Then the images shifted to humans in conflict, struggling, making mistakes. It was showing them history, not just of the Mayans, but of all humanity. Aaron realized the Guardian was testing them. "It wants to see who we are," he said. "We need to show respect, intelligence, and courage." He stepped closer to the orb, not touching it this time, but letting his hands hover above it. "We want to learn," he said clearly. "We want to understand your knowledge so that we can help humans grow, not harm them." The Guardian's light pulsed brighter, casting long streaks across the walls. It seemed to acknowledge his words. Aaron noticed that the carvings on the walls were reacting as well. Figures began moving slowly, reenacting actions from the star maps and diagrams. The patterns in the room were no longer static, they were alive, teaching lessons through motion. Nira stepped forward, carefully picking up a small stone from the floor. She placed it on a pedestal near the Guardian, following the pattern she saw glowing in the air. The stone slid into a slot perfectly, causing another part of the chamber to open. A hidden panel revealed small artifacts, some metallic, some carved from unknown materials. Each glowed softly, reflecting the light from the orb. "This is incredible," Tomasz said, his voice low with awe. "We've discovered technology older than any human civilization should have known about." Aaron nodded. "It's not just technology. It's knowledge, guidance, and maybe even a warning. The Mayans preserved it for a reason. Whoever built this wanted humanity to learn, to prove we are ready for something greater." The Guardian's light grew warmer, filling the chamber. It pulsed in time with the orb, sending waves of calm energy through the team. For a moment, fear vanished, replaced by a sense of understanding. They were not intruders. They were learners, chosen to witness what had been hidden for centuries. Aaron looked around the room. Every carving, every artifact, every beam of light told a story of human potential. He felt a deep sense of purpose. This temple was more than a place of worship. It was a bridge between humanity and the universe. The Guardian stepped back slightly, as if inviting them further into the chamber. Aaron took a deep breath and nodded to his team. "We are ready. Let's see what this temple has to teach us." Together, they moved deeper into the hidden chamber, each step filled with awe, anticipation, and the hope of discovery that could change everything they thought they knew about the world and humanity's place in it. The deeper they moved into the chamber, the warmer and brighter the air became. Golden light from the orb spread across the walls, revealing intricate carvings of symbols and machinery that no human had seen before. Aaron's eyes widened as he took in the designs. They looked like instructions, blueprints for something incredible, something the ancient Mayans could never have created alone. "This is amazing," Nira whispered, running her fingers over the carvings. "It's advanced, but it's also beautiful. Someone wanted this knowledge to survive, hidden but preserved." Aaron nodded. "It's more than beauty. It's a message. The Mayans were the keepers, but whoever built this chamber wanted humans to understand their place in the universe." Tomasz moved carefully around a pedestal that held small metallic objects shaped like spheres and discs. "Look at these. They are not just artifacts. They feel alive, like they are part of a machine waiting to start." He lifted one up, and it hummed softly in his hand, emitting faint pulses of light. The orb pulsed in response, bathing the chamber in a soft golden glow. Aaron reached out cautiously and placed his hand near it. The orb reacted immediately, sending a wave of warmth through his body. Shapes and images appeared in the air before him, projected like holograms. He saw planets, star systems, and patterns of energy moving through space. It was a map of the universe, showing paths that humans could travel if they had the knowledge to understand it. "It's showing us possibilities," Aaron said. "Paths we could follow to explore, to learn, to grow. This is knowledge the Mayans protected for a reason. They knew humanity might need it one day." Luma stepped forward, examining the walls. "These symbols are instructions, but not written like language. They are logic, patterns. You can feel them, understand them by observing." She ran her hand over one panel, and the symbols shifted into a new pattern. "It responds to thought and attention, not just touch. This chamber, it adapts to whoever enters. A soft vibration filled the floor as they moved, and a figure emerged from the shadows at the far end of the room. The guardian they had seen earlier had stepped forward. Its body shimmered in waves of gold and silver light. The patterns on its skin shifted, reflecting the energy in the room and the human's curiosity. It did not speak, but Aaron felt a connection, as if the guardian was communicating directly with his mind. "We want to learn," Aaron said aloud, "to understand what you have preserved, and to use it wisely." The guardian's light pulsed in acknowledgement. The orb's glow grew brighter, and the images in the air expanded. Aaron could see not only the stars and planets but also machines that harnessed energy, bridges between worlds, and vessels that could travel across the stars. The chamber was teaching them, showing that humans could rise above their limits if they approached knowledge with respect and wisdom. Nira carefully examined one of the metallic artifacts. It responded to her touch, aligning itself with the orb's light. Small projections appeared around it, forming star maps and diagrams of energy flow. "This is incredible," she said. "It's technology and science, but integrated with nature." They understood the universe in a way humans have almost forgotten. Tomasz raised his camera, capturing the glowing light and the projections. "We have to record this," he said. "Future generations need to see it. This could change everything we know about ourselves." Aaron nodded, his mind racing with the possibilities. This chamber is not just about knowledge. It's about potential. The Mayans left it here for a reason. They wanted humans to prove they could understand, to show courage, intelligence, and curiosity. The guardian moved closer to the orb, and the light around it formed a path leading deeper into the chamber. Aaron stepped forward carefully, feeling a sense of awe and responsibility. Each step seemed to unlock new patterns in the walls. The chamber was alive, responding to their presence and their desire to learn. Luma studied the symbols as they moved. The path itself is a puzzle. Each step, each alignment of the symbols, teaches something. We have to pay attention. Every action matters. Aaron took a deep breath. "We are ready. Let's continue." The chamber is showing us more than artifacts. It's showing us ourselves, what humans can achieve if we respect knowledge and use it wisely. As they moved forward, the chamber expanded. The walls were no longer just stone and carvings but seemed to pulse with energy. The light from the orb formed constellations above their heads, and the metallic artifacts hovered slightly, aligning with the projected stars. Aaron realized the chamber was a bridge, a connection between human curiosity and the universe itself. The guardian stayed close, its light steady and reassuring. Aaron felt that they were being guided, tested, and taught all at once. Every artifact, every projection, and every movement of the chamber was a lesson in human potential. Aaron turned to his team. "We are standing at the threshold of something incredible. This chamber is not just history. It is the future. It is showing us what we can become if we work together, if we respect knowledge, and if we dare to dream beyond what we know." The team moved deeper into the chamber, their excitement and wonder growing with every step. The hidden chamber of the sun god was revealing itself, and with it, the promise of discovery, the thrill of learning, and the hope that humanity could reach for the stars and rise to greatness. The chamber seemed to grow larger as the team stepped further inside. Light from the golden orb spread along walls covered with carvings that shifted and moved like living patterns. Aaron could feel the pulse of energy under his feet, gentle but strong, as if the temple itself was breathing. The guardian moved ahead of them, its shimmering body casting long shadows that danced on the walls. "Everything here feels alive," Nira whispered. She bent to examine a glowing symbol on the floor. "It responds to us, to our presence, and maybe even to our thoughts." Aaron nodded, feeling the same. "We are not intruders. This chamber is testing us, guiding us. We have to move carefully and pay attention." The guardian paused near a large circular platform at the center of the chamber. Golden light radiated from its surface, revealing a pattern of interconnected symbols. The patterns looked like a combination of the star maps they had seen before and mechanical designs. Aaron stepped closer, examining the carvings. Suddenly, the platform glowed brighter, and the symbols shifted. Images appeared in the air above it, holographic visions of humans, young and old, solving problems, building tools, working together. The Guardian's light pulsed with each movement. Aaron realized it was showing them trials, tests that humans had faced and overcome. "It's a trial," Luma said, stepping forward carefully. "The Guardian is asking us to prove ourselves. To show our intelligence, courage, and wisdom." Aaron swallowed and nodded. "Then we must accept. This is what we came for, to learn and grow." He reached out, letting his hands hover above the glowing platform. Light responded instantly, forming shapes in the air. A small puzzle appeared, with floating symbols that needed to be arranged in the correct order. The patterns were unfamiliar, but not impossible. Aaron studied them carefully, noting their movements and the way they reacted to touch. Tomasz moved closer. "I think it's not just about moving them randomly. The light responds to the way we think, the order we choose. It's a test of logic and observation." Together, the team began to arrange the symbols. Each correct placement caused the orb to glow brighter and the Guardian's light to pulse in approval. Wrong moves dimmed the light slightly, signaling the need to try again. Hours passed, though it felt like minutes, as they carefully worked through the challenge. Finally, the last symbol clicked into place. The chamber vibrated gently, and the holographic images shifted. The Guardian's light shone brightly, bathing the room in warmth. The puzzle had been solved, and the chamber seemed to reward them with understanding rather than punishment. "That was only the first test," Nira said. She studied the walls and saw a new set of glowing patterns forming. "The chamber will continue to challenge us. We have to stay focused." A path of light opened at the far end of the platform. The Guardian stepped to the side, signaling them to follow. The team moved carefully along the glowing pathway. The walls now displayed visions of the cosmos, planets, stars, and galaxies spinning in harmony. It was a breathtaking sight, and Aaron felt a sense of connection to something much larger than himself. "This is incredible," Tomasz said, his voice full of awe. "It's showing us the universe. And it feels like it wants us to understand it, not just observe it." Aaron nodded. "The Guardian is teaching us, step by step. We have to pay attention and learn from each trial. It's not just about puzzles. It's about understanding, seeing the bigger picture." The next trial appeared as a series of platforms that rose slightly from the floor. Each platform had symbols etched on it, and they moved slowly. The team realized they had to step on them in the correct order. The orb's light pulsed faster, and the Guardian's shimmering form seemed to encourage them. Aaron took a deep breath and led the way. He stepped carefully onto the first platform, feeling a vibration under his feet. Nira followed, placing her foot on the next one. Luma and Tomasz moved with precision. Each correct step caused the platform to glow and hum, while mistakes caused a faint vibration, reminding them to try again. They advanced slowly, learning to trust the patterns, reading the subtle hints in the light and vibrations. Every time they succeeded, the Guardian's light grew warmer and brighter. The final platform was reached, and as Aaron stepped onto it, a beam of golden light shot upward, illuminating the entire chamber. The Guardian paused, its body radiating steady warmth. Aaron felt a wave of understanding pass through him. The trials were not just about skill or intelligence. They were about courage, teamwork, and the human spirit. The chamber was teaching them that humans, when united and determined, could face challenges and grow stronger. Aaron turned to his team, a smile of relief and pride on his face. "We did it. The Guardian sees us as worthy. But I think there are more lessons ahead." This chamber has much more to teach us about knowledge, humanity, and the universe. The orb pulsed again, projecting new images in the air, plans for energy, transportation, and communication systems far beyond anything humans had yet created. The chamber seemed to be showing them the possibilities of human potential if they learned carefully and used wisdom. The guardian moved back slightly, as if inviting them further into the chamber. Aaron understood that their journey had only just begun. The trials had tested their minds and courage, but the knowledge and lessons awaiting them could guide humanity to heights they had never imagined. Together, they stepped forward, ready to face the next challenges and uncover the hidden wisdom of the Sun God's chamber. Their adventure was no longer just about discovery. It was about proving the value of human spirit and preparing for the incredible knowledge that lay ahead. The chamber seemed to expand before them, the golden light from the orb spreading along walls covered with glowing carvings. Aaron could feel energy vibrating through the floor and walls. The patterns on the stone seemed to shift as they moved, forming new images and instructions. Each step deeper into the chamber revealed more knowledge and more mysteries. "Look at this," Nira said, pointing to a section of the wall. Symbols and lines moved like flowing water, showing diagrams of energy and motion. "These are instructions, but not like anything I have studied. It's science and art together." They understood the universe in a way we can only begin to imagine. Aaron stepped closer to the wall, running his hand over the carvings. The stone felt warm under his touch, and the images responded instantly, moving faster and clearer. He could see how energy from the sun could be captured and stored. He could see machines that converted natural forces into light and motion. The chamber was revealing knowledge that could change humanity's understanding of energy forever. The guardian moved beside them, its light shimmering with gentle encouragement. It did not speak, but Aaron felt its presence guiding them, showing them the way. He understood that the chamber was testing more than their intelligence. It was testing their curiosity, their patience, and their respect for knowledge. Luma stepped forward, reading the patterns carefully. "These symbols are instructions for understanding the stars and planets. They show navigation, exploration, and even communication across long distances. The Mayans must have learned this from someone, or something, far beyond their time." Aaron nodded. "This is not just history. It's a map for the future. The Sun God's chamber is teaching us how humans could explore the universe if we are careful, wise, and united." Tomasz carefully examined a set of metallic artifacts hovering near the orb. As he moved closer, the objects began to spin and glow, aligning themselves with the light patterns in the chamber. "These are not just machines. They respond to knowledge, to understanding. It's like they are alive, waiting for someone to unlock their purpose." The orb pulsed brighter, projecting a three-dimensional map of the galaxy. Aaron could see stars, planets, and pathways connecting them. The Guardian's light danced along the patterns, highlighting certain areas. Aaron realized the chamber was guiding them, showing the paths humans might take to learn and grow. "This is incredible," Nira said softly. "The Mayans preserved this for us. They wanted humans to prove themselves worthy of understanding. Every step, every lesson, is preparing us for something bigger." Aaron walked closer to the orb, studying the holographic map. His mind raced with possibilities. The chamber was not only showing knowledge, but also testing their ability to comprehend it, to use it responsibly. He could feel the weight of responsibility pressing on him. Knowledge this powerful could change the world, for good or for harm. The Guardian moved nearer, and a new set of images appeared. Humans working together to solve problems, building bridges, cultivating food, and reaching out to the stars. The chamber seemed to be showing them the best of humanity, the potential that could be achieved when humans work together with courage and intelligence. Aaron turned to his team. "This chamber is not just about the past. It's about us, and what humans can become. It's showing us our potential, and it's teaching us that knowledge comes with responsibility." Luma examined a glowing panel and pressed her hand gently on it. Light flowed into the room, forming a path leading to another section of the chamber. The path was lined with floating symbols and metallic devices that moved in synchronization with the orb's pulses. "We have to follow this," she said. "It's the next lesson." They moved along the path carefully, each step illuminating more patterns on the walls and floor. The chamber responded to their movements, guiding them with light and energy. The Guardian's presence was steady, reassuring, and somehow inspiring. Aaron felt that they were being taught not only knowledge but also values, courage, teamwork, and respect for the universe. As they reached the next section, the chamber revealed devices that harnessed light and motion, generating energy in ways humans had never imagined. Aaron touched one of the devices, and it responded instantly, spinning and glowing, showing how energy could flow efficiently without waste. He realized that this knowledge could help humanity achieve great progress if applied carefully and wisely. The Guardian's light pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat. Aaron understood that they had passed another test. They were proving themselves capable of understanding and respecting the knowledge of the Sun God's chamber. The orb glowed warmly, bathing the team in light, filling them with hope and determination. "This chamber is more than a temple," Aaron said softly. "It's a teacher, a guide for humanity. It shows that if we are united, curious, and careful, we can achieve greatness. It's not just about science or technology. It's about spirit, courage, and the will to explore." The team moved further into the chamber, ready to uncover more secrets. Every artifact, every symbol, and every projection revealed not only knowledge but also the path humans could take to rise above their limits. The Guardian followed, a steady presence of light and wisdom, guiding them toward the lessons still waiting ahead. Aaron looked at the glowing orb, feeling a deep sense of purpose. The Sun God's hidden chamber had shown them the potential of humanity, and the next steps would reveal even greater discoveries. Together, they would learn, grow, and prove that humans could reach for the stars and achieve the impossible. The chamber grew brighter as Aaron and his team stepped further inside. The orb's golden light bathed the walls, revealing patterns that moved like liquid fire. The carvings seemed alive, showing pathways, machines, and even star systems. Every surface they touched pulsed gently, responding to their presence. Aaron felt a mix of awe and determination. He knew that this was more than discovery, it was a test of human spirit. "Look at this," Nero whispered. She was kneeling by a metallic device that floated slightly above the floor. "It reacts to thought. It's showing us how energy can be harnessed and stored. This knowledge could help humanity change everything, if we use it wisely." Aaron stepped closer to the orb. His fingers hovered above it, careful not to touch. The orb responded immediately, sending waves of warmth through his body. Images appeared in the air, showing humans traveling to distant planets, working together, and building technologies far beyond their time. The Guardian shimmered nearby, its light blending with the golden glow, guiding the images into focus. "These are possibilities," Aaron said. "Paths humanity could follow. But it's not just showing us machines or stars. It's showing us what humans can become if we work together, if we stay curious and brave." Luma moved along the walls, examining the glowing symbols. "It's like a library," she said. "Not books or words, but knowledge itself. Every movement, every light pattern teaches us something new. It's alive, adapting to us as we learn." Tomasz, holding his camera carefully, stepped closer to a floating sphere. As he did, the sphere rotated, projecting a holographic map of galaxies. Lines of energy connected distant stars, showing how civilizations might travel and communicate across space. "This is incredible," Tomasz whispered. "It's a network of knowledge, waiting for humans to understand it." Aaron's eyes stayed on the orb. He realized that the chamber was revealing more than just knowledge. It was showing them the value of courage, curiosity, and cooperation. Every artifact, Every projection was part of a larger lesson. Humans could rise beyond their limits if they respected knowledge and used it wisely. The Guardian moved closer, its light shifting in patterns that seemed almost like speech. Aaron understood that the Guardian was not just protecting the chamber. It was teaching them, testing their patience, their understanding, and their ability to act wisely. A new section of the chamber opened ahead, revealing platforms arranged like steps leading to a higher level. Each platform glowed with symbols that shifted as they approached. "It's another challenge," Aaron said. "We have to pay attention and follow the patterns carefully." They moved forward, stepping carefully from one platform to another. The symbols on each platform responded to their presence, glowing brighter when they acted correctly and dimming when they made mistakes. Every correct step caused the orb to pulse warmly, sending energy through the chamber. "This is amazing," Nira said softly. "The chamber is teaching us through movement, observation, and thought. Every action matters. It's showing us that intelligence alone is not enough. We must also have patience and awareness." Aaron nodded. "Exactly. Knowledge is useless if it is not applied with wisdom. This chamber is teaching us the principles humans need to grow, not just machines or technology." As they reached the top platform, the chamber expanded further, revealing a vast space filled with floating artifacts, glowing panels, and intricate diagrams. The orb's light reflected off everything, creating patterns in the air that resembled constellations and energy flows. Aaron felt a sense of wonder he had never known. "This is the heart of the chamber," Luma said. "It contains everything the Mayans and the builders wanted humans to see. It's not just science or technology. It's a vision of what humanity can achieve." Aaron turned to his team. "We are standing at the center of human potential. Everything we have learned here, every trial, every symbol, is preparing us for something greater. The chamber is showing us that humanity can rise to incredible heights if we work together and stay true to knowledge and curiosity." The Guardian stepped closer to the orb, and for a moment, its light merged completely with the golden glow. The room filled with warmth and calm energy. Aaron felt a connection to something larger than himself, a sense of purpose that reached beyond the chamber, beyond the temple, and beyond Earth itself. The orb pulsed one last time, projecting a three-dimensional map of distant worlds, technologies, and human civilizations working together. Aaron realized that the chamber was not only revealing secrets but also inspiring humans to achieve greatness. It was a promise that humanity, with courage and wisdom, could explore the universe, discover new knowledge, and grow beyond what they had imagined. "This is what the Sun God's chamber is for," Aaron said softly. "It's not just about protecting knowledge. It's about inspiring humans, showing them what they can become, and giving them a chance to rise." The team stood together, bathed in golden light, understanding that the chamber had given them more than artifacts or puzzles. It had given them hope, guidance, and a vision of humanity's potential. They had passed the trials, proven their courage and intelligence, and received the wisdom of the Sun God's hidden chamber. Aaron looked at the Guardian, its light steady and reassuring. "Thank you," he whispered. "We will use this knowledge wisely and show humanity what we can achieve." The Guardian pulsed in response, a silent acknowledgement of their promise. Aaron felt that the chamber had chosen humans worthy of its secrets. The journey ahead would be long and full of challenges, but the chamber had given them a vision that humanity could rise, explore, and achieve greatness among the stars. Aaron and his team stood in the center of the chamber, surrounded by the glowing light of the orb. The knowledge of centuries, hidden away by the Mayans, pulsed gently around them. Every carving, every artifact, and every projection told them the story of human potential and the universe's possibilities. Aaron felt a deep sense of purpose. The chamber had tested them, guided them, and now it had entrusted them with its wisdom. "This is incredible," Nira whispered. She ran her fingers over a floating device, which hummed softly in response. "We have seen things humans could only dream about. This knowledge, It could change the world. Aaron nodded, looking at the guardian standing beside the orb. Its shimmering light was calm, almost proud, as if it had seen the potential in humanity and approved. "We have learned much here," he said softly. "And we have to take it back, to show humans what they can achieve if they are united, courageous, and wise." Luma studied the walls one last time, memorizing the patterns and symbols. "The chamber is not just about knowledge," she said. "It's about understanding. We have to respect it, preserve it, and use it to inspire humanity, not control it." Tomasz raised his camera carefully, capturing the final moments in the glowing light. "History will remember this," he said. "Not just the temple, but what it represents, the potential of humans to rise and grow, to explore and learn." Aaron stepped forward, placing his hand briefly on the orb. A pulse of warmth flowed through him, and images appeared: humans traveling among the stars, working together, building civilizations, sharing knowledge. He felt hope, determination, and pride. The chamber had shown them a vision of what humanity could become, and he knew it was now their responsibility to help make that vision real. The guardian stepped back, allowing them to move toward the exit. The golden light from the orb followed them, illuminating their path as if blessing their journey. Aaron realized that the chamber was not just a place of learning. It was a bridge, connecting humanity to knowledge, to the stars, and to its own potential. They reached the stone door that had led them into the hidden chamber. The carvings on the walls shimmered one last time, reflecting the golden glow of the orb. Aaron pressed gently against the stone, and the door shifted slightly, opening a path back to the jungle. Sunlight streamed in, warm and bright, reminding them of the world outside, the world they had promised to share this knowledge with. "Are we ready?" Nira asked, looking at the jungle beyond. Aaron took a deep breath. "We are ready. The chamber has shown us humanity's potential. Now it's our turn to help humans see it too." The team stepped through the doorway, leaving the hidden chamber behind. The jungle welcomed them with its sounds of birds, rustling leaves, and distant waterfalls. Everything felt familiar, yet new. The experience had changed them. They were no longer just explorers. They were messengers, guardians of knowledge, and bearers of hope. As they walked through the dense forest, Aaron glanced back at the temple. Its stone walls stood silent and still, but he felt the energy from the chamber, like a gentle heartbeat, reminding him that the knowledge would always be there, waiting for humans ready to learn. "This is only the beginning," Aaron said. "The knowledge we have gained is a tool, a guide. Humanity has the potential to grow, to explore, and to rise above what we once thought was impossible." The team moved through the jungle, carrying the small artifacts and careful records of the chamber. Each of them felt the weight of responsibility, but also the thrill of possibility. The world outside the temple awaited, and with the lessons they had learned, humans could achieve things that had once seemed unreachable. Days later, back at their base, the team gathered to study the records, devices, and projections they had brought from the chamber. Every artifact held secrets, every symbol held instructions, and every light pattern revealed a new lesson. They realized that humanity's potential was greater than any of them had imagined, but only if humans were brave, intelligent, and united. Aaron looked at his team and smiled. "The Sun God's chamber has given us more than knowledge. It has given us hope, direction, and a vision for humanity. Now it is up to us to help humans see what they can become." Luma nodded, her eyes shining. "We have been tested and guided. Now we can guide others, showing them that humans can rise, learn, and achieve greatness." Tomasz held up a holographic projection from one of the artifacts. "Imagine what humans could do if everyone had this vision. Exploration, discovery, invention, a future filled with possibilities." Nira smiled, holding one of the energy devices. "We have learned courage, teamwork, and respect. That is what will carry humanity forward. Knowledge alone is not enough. We must use it wisely. Aaron looked out the window at the horizon, where the first light of dawn was touching the trees. He felt hope swelling inside him. The hidden chamber of the sun god had given humanity a gift beyond imagining. It had shown that humans could rise, explore, and grow. And now, with courage, intelligence, and unity, that vision could become real. The team stood together, ready to share their discoveries, to inspire humanity, and to take the first steps toward a future filled with knowledge, exploration, and hope. The sun god's hidden chamber had tested them, taught them, and trusted them. Now it was their turn to show the world what humans were truly capable of. And as the sun rose over the jungle, Aaron knew that humanity's journey toward greatness had only just begun.